Now we burn incense in regard to the precepts, meditation, and emancipation. May the light and fragrant cloud of this incense pervade the Dharma world. We offer this incense to the countless Buddhas of the worlds of the 10 directions. May we be able to see and partake of the fragrance of the world of tranquil extinction. Ishin. Oh, good morning, everyone. Since you're really willing to be out, get some over here. Make sure that I get my full attention. So, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming to services today. I really love putting thank you so much. My full heart and soul into Shomu. You know, what Shomu is us inviting all of the spirits and gods and Buddhas here to be with us for the exposition of the sutra, and really take a lot of joy in just putting everything I have in, realizing that at that moment we are inviting them in to be here to practice with us. And I think that that's so amazing. When we say goodbye and do so, it's the same. It's the same. Inviting them to come and sending them out again with love and compassion. As you know, all of you hear me preach every Sunday. I learned the process of preaching from seeing Protestant Lutheran ministers who were really good at preaching. And the thing that I always saw was that they made it personal, topical, related to the practice, and universal, regardless of what it's about. Always something from their own personal life that went on. There's always something that we can all relate to. It was something that they would apply back to our practice, and something that ended up being a universal principle for everyone. So, having said that, each week, as you know, I'm always looking for something within the week as an inspiration. This week it was yesterday, meeting with Charles, who's here visiting us as our new lay leader in training. And we were reading the front flower bed. And Charles had asked me which to read, and I said, the big ones are worried about the small ones. We'll wait till they get bigger, they're easy to pull. This inspired me for my sermon, and I asked Charles his opinion of what did he think that we did this weekend that would make a good reference for a sermon, and he also thought that. So, having said that, I'm going to change the analogy a little bit to my head, to my flower bed. So when I first started being a shaman, I was completely and totally freaked out about the idea of shaving my head. I mean, I'll be honest, I had good hair. I had really good hair. I mean, I had the kind of hair that you throw a hat on, take it off, it's perfect. People think you got a nice haircut. I mean, I had good hair. Took a lot of pride in my hair. So when I was told to shave it off, I was like, really? I don't want to do it. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. But when I got my head shaved at Tokyo, they really just kind of pushed it. I mean, really bad. I mean, it was like none of our heads had been shaved, so all the hair was, choppy. You remember? They're using a short, straight razor. It's not very sharp to cut some of it, and I just looked a hot mess at the end of it. And so I was like, okay, I went and I got myself a nice fancy razor for shaving the head and stuff, and I went home that night and shaved my head. And I really got into this idea of having a shaved head. This is what makes me a Buddhist minister. It's a shaved head. Yeah. So diligently, every day for 2 years, I shaved my head every single day. And let me tell you, that takes a long time to shave your head every single day. And every day, I'm just constantly having to feel this. Oh, I feel a little spot right here. Oh, I'm going to get that in the morning. Oh, I'm going to get that this evening. And I was constantly having to battle with these little spots. And what I later realized was, in a monastery, they don't shave every day. They shave like every 2 weeks. And I was like, wow, what a bunch of lazy people. Not even shaving every day. After 2 years of doing this every single day, including on holidays, vacations, all of these things, it dawned on me after I had my first time where I couldn't shave for almost a week because I scratched my head. And it just bothered me all week. Hair. So when I finally got to shave, I realized, dang, I got a really good shave. Holy cow, this is the best shave I've had in 2 years. This is amazing. And then, again, it dawned on me within my practice that this is how our attachments and our defilements and all of these things work. We think, when we take up the practice, that we must eliminate them. We must constantly shave smooth, get rid of all of those desires and attachments and all those bad thoughts that we have. But what I realized is that just like Buddhism says, that stubble, right, those attachments, all of those things, they're dealt with much easier sometimes when you let them grow a little bit so that you can see them. So that when you use your practice, there's something for the practice to work on. Yes, we all have little things that we're constantly working on. But if you spend all of your time obsessing about those things, forget the bigger picture of the fact that sometimes you have to understand that the weed needs to grow a little bit more before you can get a good handle on it and pull it up by its root, as opposed to just pull little leaves off of it and have it keep sprouting back. Also, it's a bit obsessive compulsive to just sit and pick out the tiny weeds or just sit and shave my head. Because I was thinking that this hair and those weeds are symbolic of something being imperfect. It's not right. It needs to be fixed. The truth is, it's perfect as it is. It's my preference to pull weeds. It's my preference to shave my head. But sometimes in order to do this, I need to have something to work with. So my attachments, instead of trying to constantly push them away, I'm going to observe them. I'm going to see where they come from. I might let them grow a little bit so that I have something to really hold on to. As far as the why I'm attached to this thing. And sometimes we just see a reaction and emotion. But if we sit patiently and we observe, and we may even allow that to progress farther than we would normally in order to look at the origin of why we're doing it. What function does this serve? How is this benefiting myself and also the community? It's our practice that we're really talking about. We think, I must be the most obsessive practitioner. I need to practice every day. I need to say service in the morning, service in the evening, maybe do something in the afternoon. And we try very hard, very diligently to stick to the schedule. And inevitably, we've all done it, we crash. We create an unrealistic set of needs for ourselves that we immediately jump into and can't maintain, thinking that it is that obsessive compulsiveness that is our faith, is our practice. But that's not. That's faith like fire. That's faith that's easily extinguished. You have a hard day. You created an unrealistic routine for yourself. Oh, really crappy day. I can't keep up with it. Next day, you're like, wow, I've got this huge list of routines and rituals that I do. I can't, oh my gosh, it's like one day and now what am I doing? Oh, and we do this all the time. But if you understand that we're works in progress, constantly growing, that we're working a little bit at a time, gradually change the course of the ship, that we're using the practice to better ourselves, not all at once, but realistically, a little at a time. We need to be patient with ourselves in this process. It doesn't mean that you have the right to be complacent, sit around, stick your head in the sand, or just not do anything to progress, but it also means be realistic. Realize that sometimes you have to have something to cut before you cut the grass. Okay? Also, the other thing that's interesting is I went to a rain barrel workshop and they explained that if you cut your grass all the time, water that rains on it flows off of it and it never soaks in it. And you need to have a little bit more length on the grass to let that water soak in, to hold the moisture. Charles and I talked this weekend about desire and bodhisattva and the difference between the monastic practice of Buddhism and the Mahayana practice of big book Buddhism in the modern world. And why do we practice? So we practice for the benefit of all sentient beings. If we didn't have the desire to want to help others reach their highest potential, wouldn't do the job. That's why as Bodhisattva, we are not fully realized Buddhas. However, we are fully realized helpers to allow others to find the Buddha. Selves included. So the process is that by helping others understand Namu, understand the basic teachings of the Buddha, we are fulfilling the vow of the Buddha as laid out in the Lotus Sutra. How can I help all sentient beings once you pass away quickly? This is how we can enter the gambling hall without a mind of gambling, into the brothel without a mind of a lech, enter a wrestling den without the mind of a fighter. All of these things because we're not there to be drinkers, to be leches, to be wrestlers. We are there to spread the Dharma. Nathan's a lawyer. But if Nathan's focus is not, I'm a lawyer first, his focus is, I'm a bodhisattva first, and I happen to be a lawyer. And as I'm processing me doing my job as a lawyer, I'm going to water the Buddha seeds of others. Then his focus is not being a lawyer. His focus is being a bodhisattva. Happens to be. So that's something for us all, is to realize contextually what we do for a living. All of the things we acquire are worth about that much as far as the Lotus Sutra is concerned. That's the sharing of the Lotus Sutra, the spreading of the Yoga, these things that are the great power that we can center our lives on. And the other things are the additions that help us to achieve that aim. So this week when we're practicing, let's think about that. That it is at times my deficiencies that are the thing that inspire me to be better. It is sometimes my deficiencies, my eccentricities that allow me to connect with that person over there and understand where they're coming from. That without my defilements, I have no reason to try to become better. So let's chant today. Let's open ourselves up, out, right. It's a gift to the universe. It's not a funeral dirge. Turn to page 5. Invocation. Honor be to the great mandala, the perfect circle of all honorable ones revealed by our founder Nichiren Shonen. Honor be to the eternal Buddha Shakyamuni, our original teacher, the Lord of the Dharma, our great benefactor who attained enlightenment in the remotest past. Honor be to the Sutra, the lotus flower of the wonderful Dharma, the teaching of equality, the great wisdom, the one vehicle. Honor be to our founder, the great Bodhisattva Nichiren Shonen, dispatched by our original Buddha. Honor be to Ringe Ajari Nichiji Shonen, the first overseas missionary. Honor be to the protective deities of the Dharma. We honor all of you. May you come to this consecrated place out of your compassion towards us. See us with the light of your wisdom and accept our offering of chanting the Sutra. Namu Please turn to page 7. How you feel, Yojin Myo no Ho wa Yakusen Mando Nimo Aitate Matsuru Otokatashi Mare Ima Kenmonshi Jujitsu Koto Etai Megawaku wa Yorai no Aichi Goyesen Shigoku no Daijo Shijitsu Sekeratsu Enmon Sokuchi Iraho Dainen Shigazaku Mosen wa Honshin, Shosen wa Honshin, Shikiso no Honji wa Tsurubachi Kore no Jinari, Muryo no Kodoku Mina Kono Kyo ni Atsumare, Kono Yoi ni Kizai ni Myo ni Kunji Mitsu ni Yakutsu, Uchi no Ichi no Meshi, Zengo Shozu, Moshi wa Shin, Moshi wa Ho, Omoi Butsu Ho, Rozen Sanzen no Shokotsu, Shinjin no Myoden Nare, Shoujo Sensei, Shirushin, Shodai Sen. Orenge Kyo, Oben Ponnai ni, Niji Seizan, Shoeizan Nayan Kyoni, Kiko Shai Otsu Shogu, Shie, Shinjin Muryo, Shie, Mon, Nange, Nanyu, Nisai, Shomon, Yarushi, Shogu, Shoeizan, Yabusu, Shingon, Yarusen, Man, Noku, Shobutsu, Jingyo, Shobutsu, Muryo, Muryo, Shojin, Yo, Shobu, Mon, Shoju, Jinjin, Mizo, Uroji, Shosetsu, Jishu, Nange, Shari, Otsu, Goju, Shobu, Kirai, Shuju, Innen, Shuju, Ryu, Hoen, Gongyo, Mushu, Hoen, Nino, Shujo, Yori, Shojan, Shoi, Shara, Yorai, Hoen, Jiken, Aramitsu, Bai, Kusoku, Shari, Otsu, Yorai, Jiken, Godai, Jinnon, Muro, Muge, Ikimu, Shoi, Zenjo, Asu, Sanmai, Jinyu, Musai, Yoju, Isai, Izo, Uo, Jai, Otsu, Yorai, no, Shuju, Unkasu, Yose, So, Onji, Yunan, Eka, Shushin, Shari, Otsu, Shuyo, Onji, Muro, Muhen, Izo, Uo, Mujitsu, Joju, Shi, Shari, Otsu, Mushu, Setsu, Shoi, Shana, Mujo, Joju, Daichi, Keiru, Nange, Shino, Musu, Musu, Nai, no, Juji, Shoji, So, Shoi, Sho, Yose, So, Yose, So, Yose, Sai, Yose, Yose, Sa, Yose, Yose, En, Yose, Ta, Yose, Ho, Yose, Hon, Masu, Jugyo, To, Shoi, Sho, Yose, So, Yose, So, Yose, Tai, Yose, Iki, Yose, Ta, Yose, En, Yose, En, Yose, Ta, Yose, Ho, Yose, Hon, Masu, Jugyo, To, Shoi, Sho, 芸教、五代十郎、本来十六、伊賀国部十代、東京、小五十両、約千万、六皿や、葬儀、行政、東京、芸十六、十条、両流、大仏の義来、十両、大義の十条、法蓮、元年、安義、実る、滅道、上流、四節、法、華上流、王子、小人、十力、上天、上修行、水本、二十元、周天が滅道、国用者、現外、連合、二小、活動、新中上、基新、福祉、力、入安、二新、欲、弁、物、空気、着信用、気が、入、収束、出動、終戦、が、自動、収納、共済、シーズ、滅理、法伝、理、法、現住、滅、不滅、合国、収納、中教、信用、者、株、法、理、自節、軍法、上等、不問、師範、には、滅道、が、現状、収納、持ち前、多く、大、道具、理、現収納、合唱、活動、銀行、新年度、内視、主義、説法、人数、理、行政、法和、葬儀、法、状態、上級戦、重要、重症、症状、症状、身体化、症状、理化、死亡、安穏、天然、病、10万、論理、症状、各種、法、症本、法、重化、経過、中上、昇、有楽、昇天、逆天、空、調査、中期、各不満、だら、計算、物、重大、中華、上等、中期、二春、天上、天空、空、上、空の、行政、四十万、聖書、最終の、義悪、公園、年、他、遊び、公、空、論、三、五、行、小、宇宙、六、十は、四、自他、総会、天が、神、在、真、二、節、法、学、自、臨、死、中、節、物、無用、無内、見、部、者、一、節、物、関係、家事、力、行政、栄光、小、無用、重要、無、中、高、中、中、高、小、特、上、高、無、死者、法、投資、将棋、法、難、量、用、実、法、実、法、上位、戦法、弁、一、用、司法、実在、日本、地、空論、説法、大学、理、政府、空、小、空、現在、日本、流、天道、実在、日本、滅、理、道、天が、法、理、小、教、地、新、法、律、弱、法、欲が、法、悪、道、実、大乗、地、中上、共同、中、共同、水曜、小、化道、一世、集中、法、毎日、さ、千年、二夜、上、中道、特急、共同、特上、中、死。The Sutra of the Lotus Flower of the Wonderful Dharma, Chapter 21, the Supernatural Powers of the Tathagata. The Buddhas, the world saviors, have great supernatural powers. They display their immeasurable supernatural powers in order to cause all living beings to rejoice. Goddess of heaven, the heaven of prominent innumerable rays of light are emitted from their bodies for those who are seeking the enlightenment of the Buddha. The Buddhas do these things rarely to be seen. The sound of talking of the Buddhas and the sound of their fingers snapping reverberate over the worlds of the 10 quarters, and the ground of those worlds breaks in the 6 ways. The Buddhas joyfully display their immeasurable supernatural powers, because the bodhisattvas come underground down to keep the sutra. After my extinction, even if I praise for innumerable kalpas, the keeper of this sutra, whose wounded is to be transmitted, I cannot praise him highly enough. His merits are as limitless as infinite, as boundless as the skies of the worlds of the 10 quarters. Anyone who keeps this sutra will be able to see me. He also will be able to see many treasures through the Buddhas of my replicas and the bodhisattvas who I have taught today. Anyone who keeps this sutra will be able to cause me to rejoice. He also will be able to rejoice through the Buddhas of my replicas, and also to many treasures Buddha who once passed away. He also will be able to see the present, past, and future Buddhas of the worlds of the 10 quarters. Make offerings to them and cause them to rejoice. The Buddhas sat at the place of enlightenment and obtain the hidden for. Anyone who keeps this sutra will be able to obtain the same before long. Anyone who keeps this sutra will be able to expound the meanings of the teachings and the names and words of this sutra. Their eloquence will be as boundless and as unhindered as the wind in the sky. Anyone who understands why the Buddhas expound any sutra, who knows the position of this sutra in a series of sutras, and who expounds it after my extinction according to its true meaning, will be able to eliminate the darkness of the living beings of the world. He walks about just as the light of the sun and the moon is also, and he will be able to cause innumerable bodhisattvas to the finally in the one vehicle. Therefore, the man of wisdom who hears the benefits of these merits and who keeps this sutra after my extinction will be able to attain the enlightenment of the Buddha, definitely and doubtlessly. Turn to page 2. Wonderful truth expounded in the Lotus Sutra, whose old I know we now chant is what the past Buddhas taught, the present Buddhas are teaching, and the future Buddhas shall teach. It is the great Dharma, true and pure, the propagation of which was transmitted primarily to Bodhisattva Jogyo by the Buddha on Mount Sacred Eagle. Once we chant Nam-myoho-renge-kyo, we shall attain the right view that the 3,000 worlds exist in our minds just as they are. The pure land of tranquil light shall be made manifest in our sight, and together with all other beings we shall enjoy living in the land of truth. May the sound of our chanting the Odai-moku permeate the whole world, be offered to the three treasures, and be bestowed on all beings. May all beings enter the world of the one reality, great vehicle. May the Buddha land be adorned, and all beings favored with the merits of our chanting. And up, out, and bright. Gift, converse, all sincere.
Which style?
We're going to be doing country style.
We're doing country style.
In Koji country style. Nam-myoho-renge-kyo. Okay. Page 64. Difficulty retaining the sutra. 기존한지 나그산지 자가소득한지 소득야그는 요새인은 소득쇼 탄세소득유묘 세소득쇼 대묘지타요 드라자 소득이 소득유쇼 부스도 오라이세 소득이쇼 물시 유능된지 부스메스도 노노레도 세조 겐넨 세겐 시겐 노브리세 노주유 세스미 사이 겐넨 아요유요. I believe in Lord Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds. Knowing that what I do now depends my happiness and misery. May every link in Lord Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may all attain. Page 71 for today's echo. We respectfully dedicate all our merits now gathered to the great benevolent teacher Shakyamuni, the Eternal Buddha, to the supreme teaching, the Lotus Sutra, the leader of the declining ladder age of the Dharma, our founder, the great Bodhisattva Nichiren Shonin, and to the protective deities of the Dharma. May all beings under the heavens and within the four seas live in accordance with the wonderful Dharma. May the wonderful Dharma spread throughout the 10,000 years of the declining latter age of the Dharma. May we realize this world is the eternal Buddha's Pure Land. May peace permeate all the world and all beings enjoy peace and happiness. May all beings live in safety and live long without misfortune. May the peace and happiness last forever and all beings be prosperous. We pray that all beings awaken to the true nature of reality, which is the Buddha Dharma. May all beings of all realms be held equally, overcome suffering, gain the happiness of blissful liberation through the merits of following the teachings of the Lotus Sutra. We pray for the spirits of our ancestors and for all the spirits of the universe. We especially pray for those in sickness and distress and those in memoriam. Today we remember Martin Hardaway, Richard and Lynn Bigelow, Marissa and Renee Hardaway, Yasko Smith, Goshen Cushman, Yosho and Fran Parker, Ricky Tebow, Gail Bull, all travelers, Jordan Giuliani, Patty Hartman, Renee Hardaway and Barbara Hardaway, Marissa Massey, Brooke Patton, Amy Morsch, David Norman, Amy Reddick, Ruby Crevice, Kim Williams, Lonnie Hours, Shay Crane, Jason Wellman, Tom and Luba Morsch, Monica Shim and Megan Shim, and Ashley Shim, and Clarence Shim, John Waldron, and Lee McCann, Jesse Schaefer, and Alex Meshi, Renee Lewin, Taj Wichkasono, Jackson, Jack Shelley, Cheryl Canfield, Raymond Canfield, Julian Show, Dixie Jones, and Barbara Hardaway. In memoriam, we remember Costco Jordan, Aunt Barbara, Yogetsu Ronnie Selden, Shof and Tebow families, the Kuznowski and Benuski families, Michael Maffei, the Cedarman and Kobayashi family, the Morrissey family, the Jordan family, Shay, Star, Hitchcock, Allie, Uso, Tiger, PT, Scoop, Ming Chi, Stella, Rilka, Rex, Speed, Pizza, and Snappy. Douglas Lee Tutu O'Reilly, the Ice Cream Man, Stephen Nichols, Fruit Tuso and Josephina Bob, the Harsky family, the Knott family, Nicole O'Brien, David Spence, Robert Fries. We also pray for all those who have no one to pray for them. May we purify our minds, limit our desires, learn to be content, feel free to experience the quiet, unassuming joys of life, and learn to abandon all attachments formed in the mind. We also dedicate this to our Master Kanjin Shonin, his Master Kanpo Shonin, his Master Kansei Shonin, as well as all the Shami in our lineage, Kanjo, Kansei, Kane, and myself. Please also bless and protect all of the lay leaders of our Kyoji network. Aishi, Yamato, Joshin, Zenshi, Zento, Yosho, Yoshin, Anjo, as well as all the others,
and now Charles. That they may reach their highest potential, that they may practice the Buddhism of sowing, not the Buddhism of reaping. It's blessed to protect our families and our ancestors. It's blessed to protect this temple and all those who practice within it. Please allow us to continue on for hundreds of years, spreading the Dharma and sharing the Dharma here in Western New York and in Rochester. With this prayer, we endeavor to increase our understanding and appreciation of what others have given and contributed to us, and to develop constant, mindful consideration of how our thoughts and actions will beneficially contribute to others. Namu Shoeizan.
Sentient beings are innumerable. I vow to save them all.
Namu Shoeizan.
Our defilements are inexhaustible. I vow to quench them all. The Buddha's teachings are immeasurable. I vow to know them all. The way of the Buddha is unexcelled. I vow to attain the path sublime.
With this body,
Until I attain Buddhahood, I shall hold my faith in the Lotus Sutra.
bend your bones, remember us. Be great life in harmony. Let us end with silent meditation. In Shingo, silent meditation, feel the sublime Dharma and the preciousness of Thank you all very much for coming today. Thank you those at home tuning in today. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us. Figures if we can look at what's left of the candles. And we'll set up for lunch. Hey. Oh. Oh. Okay, I think we taught me a secret. Getting old.
You don't even know what that word means.
True. I'm barely learning what that word means. Or what word means.
Take Patty off that. Just put that. Okay, she is the past.
Patty's nest.
Patty was found.
Let's go ahead and put her on the list.